Hello Wide Drifters and welcome for another Wide Drift Champion Beginner Guide. In this guide I will be talking about Pantheon but not as a jungler, as a mid lane, as a broken mid lane. I have been playing this champion for the last 2 weeks and oh god, he helped me ranking all the way up to master. However, let me save your time and skip directly to the runes, and starting from the first line you have always to take Conqueror because it works perfectly with his passive and with his third ability. It's very easy to proc. On the second line you have to go with Sudden Impact because it goes so good with his second ability, the dash. However, when it comes to the third line, you have to go with conditioning. It gains you like a bonus AR and MR, like Magic Resist, after 3 minutes from the game, and it will go like it will go two bonus every 2 minutes, which is really good for the late game. On the third line, you have to go with Hunter Genius, and it gives you more ability haste every time you take on a champion. That's it for the runes. Let us skip to the gameplay. This gameplay I'm playing against it. I directly start building my black lever and I will be trying to chop set and try to take the advantage of the early game. I started with my first ability, the spear, and I'm gonna try to chop him or poke him every time I try to get a minion so I can reduce his health. And I will be waiting for my level 2 so I can go over. As you can see, every time he's trying to come to kill a minion, I'm trying to punish him. And it works very well. Now my second ability is ready, boom, dash, then first ability. I didn't ignite here because he didn't go as low as I was expecting. So I'm gonna wait for him, and he made a mistake here. So dash, first ability, ignite, first blood. As easy as you can see both. So when it comes to Pantheon abilities are so OP for a 1v1. Like in 1v1, if you are playing against a mage or an assassin, it will be an easy game, especially before level 5. However, after level 5, you can use your ultimate to gank other lanes, and this is where the magic will start. A kind reminder, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Playing those games, editing those videos taking too much of my time, so I will be appreciating your support, and add me on the Wild Rift. Let us play together, guys. So, clearing up the wave, I have my ultimate directly. I'll go to bot lane. As you can see, like this make your AD carry farm better. You are denying gold from their AD carry, so their AD carry is also low on gold, so it's low on damage. And again, they are not expecting your, like they don't expect your gank. Again, I will go back to clear wave. You have to, in this gameplay, in this strategy, you have to always keep an eye on your tower. Don't leave it for the enemy champion to, collect free gold out of it. So, so I have my black cleavers ready. I have also some extra wood. I will clear the wave and I will go back to my base to buy my cleaver, my black cleaver, and also the boots, which are very important for Pantheon. Now I have the advantage of the rolling, and you can see because of the black cleaver, the HP which it gives me, Zed wasn't able to do anything for me. It was an easy kill. Directly after it, I'm gonna go to gank the top lane, the Baron lane. This guy, it didn't go perfectly. However, the thing is, like when you do it, you are giving an advantage or an upper hand for your top laner to farm better, and at the same time you are denying some extra gold from enemy top lane. What I want to talk about, here, while our jungler is feeding our mid laner, is his abilities. So, when it comes to Pantheon abilities, his passives grants you an extra
armor penetration with Pantheon do 5 attack or 5 abilities on enemy champions. So whenever you do 5 attacks or 5 different abilities on an enemy champion, you will be starting to do an extra armor penetration, and that's why we choose Kungar as one of our runes. So his first ability, which I like to call it a spear, has 2 kind of cast, insta cast, and it will look like an auto attack. You just hit the enemy which is in front of you. The second cast is like by holding that ability, and then you will be able to throw that spear. And if the enemy is lower than 35% health, it will crit. So it's like a kind of a finisher ability. His second ability is the dash. So you will dash, hit an enemy, stun him, and then that enemy will not be able to move. Then you can move with your first ability or third ability. That's it for his first and second ability. However, the third ability of Pantheon, the one which he uses his shield to block all the incoming damage from one direction, is one of the most important abilities when it comes to team fights, because it will be shredding the enemy front line, and you will be like also tanking and reducing all the incoming damage from the enemy champions. It works perfectly in narrow jungle areas where you fight. And we want to talk about his ultimate. So his ultimate, as you can see, so you just leap to anywhere, like on a range skill, anywhere on the map, and you will be dealing damage to whoever is inside that, motion. So as you can see here, like they are attacking our bot lane, directly insta cast my ultimate, then I will target their AD carry, and then their support was an easy kill. I leave it for my AD carry here, and this is very important because you need to feed your AD carry, because he will be the one who make the most of the damage in your fights. This is how you run fights. Don't go for like kills. Think of your teammates. You really need to feed them sometimes so they can be able to help you carrying your games.
So let us talk about the selection of items. So when it comes to Pantheon, you always have to start with the Black Cleaver, because it gives you that extra HP, and at the same time, the armor penetration. So it's perfectly suiting our Pantheon. On our second item, we have to go always with Ghostblade. Why Ghostblade? Because it gives you attack damage and movement speed, and you really need that movement speed in lots of situations. As you can see, like my movement speed now proc, so I can be able like to outrun them. For the third item,
The miracle stasis, or what I would like to call it, the stopwatch, because Pantheon is so aggressive, and he's the one who will initiate any fight, so you will be taking most of the damage, or you will be blocking most of the damage from your team. So you need a defensive item, or something that can turn the team fights, turn the table. So after you initiate the fight, once you get low, you need that stopwatch, so you can like freeze, and then your teammate should almost finish that fight. On my fourth item, I'm gonna go with the Guardian Angel. Why the Guardian Angel? Because again, you need that extra level of defense, and it can turn team fights towards your side. After this, you can go with Death Dance, or anything that can give you extra HP, or some sort of buff, so you will be able to sustain your health. And as you can see, like my stopwatch, the one which I use it, wins us this team fight. I was able to go in and help my teammates, and we have an easy dragon. We have an ace, and we have an easy dragon. So the stopwatch is very important on Pantheon. because you are the initiator of any fights, and when you initiate something, you want to be like, you know, like the one who dies at the beginning. So you will initiate, you will do as much damage as you can do, you will block as much damage as you can do, and then when you are low, you just click that stopwatch, and GG, the team fight should be won by that stage. That's it for the itemization. I want to talk a little bit about the playstyle and the objectives. So the playstyle, as you can see, enemy AD carry whenever you have a chance. Whenever he's alone, you can just pick him out and kill him. This is gonna impact on the gameplay and gonna impact on the whole team performance, because if they don't have an AD carry or if they have a weak and unfeeded AD carry, then it's a GG easy win. Second, you have always to keep an eye on objectives, because objectives are very important when you are playing with Pantheon, because it's an easy pick. You can always initiate any objective fights. You should be the one who actually initiate it. Forget about the jungler. You will not have a very good jungler in most of the games. So initiating the objectives should be your responsibility. Keep your ultimate ready for such a thing. And whenever you have a pick, just like pick on a champion, use it. If you don't have a pick on a champion, don't just waste it. Wait for an objective fight and then go for it. Third thing I want to talk about Pantheon is late game. On the late game, most of the time they will have a very tanky champion. So how to initiate team fights, you always have to go for their assassins or their AD carry. Or if it's like a 5v5 fight, you have to be the one who's you can dash into their tank, and then with your third ability you will be shredding his armor. You'll be penetrating his armor, or his armor will be reduced, then your teammates will be able to do much more damage, and at the same time that third ability is going to be blocking the enemy incoming damage. As you can see here, I had a very bad fight. Darius was pushing, and I shouldn't go for the help because it wasn't necessary, and it might cause us losing the game. However, because of how broke Pantheon Ultimate is, you're gonna see one of the most amazing team fights in the game. So I'm gonna leave it for you. As you can see, our jungler is AFK, he's not there. I'm telling him go for the Baron, but he's not coming. So I'm gonna leave you with the gameplay, and yeah, enjoy it. So as you can see, that ultimate with Jinx also, we were able to clutch that game. We had an ace, we steal the Baron, and they have no choice but to surrender. I hope you enjoyed my guide and my gameplay. And like, subscribe, comment for more guide like this. Check my channel. I kinda share content on a daily basis, and as you can see, this game actually is, promoted me to master, so it is a game which I really like the most. That's it for the video. I will catch up with you on the next one. Till then, take care, cheers, bye bye.